Hey, my friends, welcome to the Dallas Daily Show, coming at you from the Neighborhood Loan Studio here in St. Louis, Missouri. Today's episode is episode number 159, and the topic is Highway 159. All right, let's get into the conversation. So, yes, I'm here in the St. Louis, Missouri area. Here at the Neighborhood Loan Studio, we are in St. Louis. Are we technically Rock Hill or Manchester? We're Rock Hill. Okay, so we're technically in the Rock Hill neighborhood here at Neighborhood Loans. I live across the river in Illinois, and I live in a small town called Collinsville, Illinois. Come and find me. No, just kidding. Collinsville is renowned for a couple of weird random things. Number one, we're the number one producer of horseradish in the world. A couple of years ago, we were number two, like we fell down to number two, and then we were like, we need a higher horseradish yield. So we planted a few more bushels or pecks, a bushel and a peck, and maybe a hug around the neck of horseradish so we could be number one in the world again. We are also home of the world's largest ketchup bottle. That's right. There used to be a Brooks ketchup factory in Collinsville, Illinois, way back in the day. And their water tower was in the shape of a ketchup bottle. And now it is a historic national landmark, or Illinois landmark, at least. I don't know if it's made the national registry. But it's home of the world's largest ketchup bottle right along Highway 159. That goes right through the heart of Collinsville. And what's an interesting thing is we've now lived there for a few years, and I know St. Louis people often think that the world ends at the Mississippi River, but this small town has got a lot of heart to it, and it's got a lot of history, and Route 66 kind of goes through it. Of course, I think Route 66 goes through every small town in America. I think every small town is just like, do we got a road that goes through? Just put a 66 on a sign. But Highway 159, it's a road that I have driven hundreds of thousands of 10,000 or more times easily. Very familiar with this road. I'm very familiar with every bump and every curve and it's almost as though I would never try it, but I almost feel as though I would know how to drive it with a blindfold on, because I'm so familiar with the driven paths, and I've driven past that ketchup bottle thousands of times, and I've driven past our main street in Collinsville, and where the horseradish festival takes place, because we're a small town and we celebrate horseradish. And I've often thought to myself, there's nothing new there because it's so familiar. And there's a comfort in the familiarity, right? But also, I love being on a new road as well. I love to go out and explore someplace new, to be on a highway I've never been on before. Well, what is this one? I love to go through the scenic routes. I love to go through parts of St. Louis I've never been before, where I'm seeing things for the first time, or at least, if not for the first time, at least they're still newer to me. And I think sometimes familiarity keeps us locked in old thinking, old patterns, to where we kind of go through our days with a blindfold on. I'm so familiar with this. And I don't know that always serves our growth. I don't think it serves our neuroplasticity. I think there's a beautiful practice of having certain habits. Steve Jobs, founder/co-founder of Apple Macintosh, he was famous for always wearing the same outfit, because he didn't want to deal with decision fatigue of, what am I going to wear today? Because he knew every little chip at his decision-making process struck away at his day and his overall fatigue and resilience level. So he would automate as much as he could. So I'm not against automation for scaling, automation for movement, all of that. What I am against, though, is habitual patterns of sedation that keep you stuck in old ruts and that keep you from the potential of moving into a new path and a new route. It's kind of became the theme of the week, unwittingly. Tuesday's episode, we talked about farting on a treadmill, and then in yesterday's Mind Shift episode, it was all that. But we don't want to stay stuck in these old ruts. Instead, we want to move toward a future that ultimately is exciting toward us. What about you? Where are some pathways in your life that you've just gotten stuck? And maybe it's time to move out of them toward a future you that has a little bit more of an adventure to it. All right, my friends, that's it. That's the only thought for today. That's all I got for you. Go out there. Have a championship day.
Thanks for listening to my dad's podcast. For For more tools, go to DallasDailyShow.com. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share.